Well, hi, I'm Tom Reed, Executive Director of the Unity Shop, a charity that's been around for over 100 years. It's our honor to have the Attorney General from Sacramento, California. Unbelievable, Rob. Thanks so much for coming. It's an honor to have you in Santa Barbara and a special honor to have you come to the Unity Shop. Unity's been around, as I mentioned, a long, long time. I tell people I've been there the whole time, and they believe me. So I don't know what that's about exactly. But we take care of the less fortunate in Santa Barbara County. You're a year-round operation with food and clothing and basic necessities, school clothes, school supplies. We take care of 3,300 seniors. We have a long-term disaster recovery program, professional clothing for people who have an interview for a job or an appointment. So we have responded. What I like about Unity is we've responded to what it feels like on the receiving end of being in trouble, temporarily in trouble. And so our average client comes over only about 5 or 6 times, and they're back on their feet, self-sufficient, independent again, which is where we want them to be, rather than trapped into a welfare cycle or even going homeless. So we're very proud of this agency. It's pretty unique. There's a lot of people that come from around the country and feel like this agency should be in their town. Our delivery van, refrigerated van in the background, is what we're using to deliver groceries. That's a new program for the Unity Shop since COVID started. We're very proud of that as well. And when people come, they always say, I had no idea, and I'm really impressed. How come this isn't in every town in America? And when you get a chance to walk through, Rob, I can't wait to get your response. So allow me to introduce Mr. Rob Bonta, Attorney General from Sacramento, state of California. Rob, thanks so much for coming. God bless you.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Tom, for that very kind introduction. And Rob Bonta, California Attorney General. Very honored to be here today, right here in Santa Barbara, with the Unity Shop, with Tom, with the whole team here as part of the holiday season, where we are in the middle of the spirit of giving, of looking out for one another, taking care of each other, and lifting up our fellow community members and our neighbors, and looking forward to and eager to get to work after this press conference, to get inside, get the tour, and start rolling up my sleeves and getting to work to help folks in need during this time of year especially. So thanks for the kind introduction, Tom. And one of the things I just really want to say that's important, just to sort of shout out and put an exclamation point on Unity Shop, is it provides essential services and resources to underserved members of the Santa Barbara community. And as was mentioned by Tom, especially those impacted by temporary setbacks, health issues, and natural disasters, to help people get back on their feet, get back to living independently and successfully and thriving once again. And, across Santa Barbara, there are many who are taking similar actions this holiday season, generously contributing their time and donating their funds and to support vital charities like this one. Charities like this one, nonprofits that serve, they can't do it without the support and the donations of community members. So I encourage you who are generous of heart to donate, to help nonprofits like this, who you believe in, who you know are getting the work done on the ground, changing lives for the better, transforming lives, and lifting people up to do so. And I can't praise those types of contributions enough. That's the spirit of what makes us better, what makes us stronger. And those donations, those volunteer efforts are the only way nonprofits can continue to lift our communities up. So let me just talk a little bit about the need. There's need throughout California, throughout the United States, the world, to be sure, but right here in Santa Barbara County, about 18.5% of children face food insecurity. About 2,000 residents are experiencing homelessness, and about 20% of families are experiencing poverty. There is a lot of need, from hunger to housing, and organizations like Unity Shop, they help families meet those unmet needs. As we celebrate the holiday season, it's important to support local nonprofits, as you do, I encourage you to protect yourself from those who might try, unfortunately, to take advantage of your generosity. And that's why I want to share 9 useful tips to avoid scams while donating this holiday season. So let me share those tips now. Tip number 1 is, before donating, check the charity's registration status. Charities are required to register with my office and file annual financial reports. You can view these reports and confirm that the charity is up to date with its financial reporting by visiting oag.ca.gov gov/donations and clicking on Registry Verification Search. Tip number 2, give to organizations that you trust. If you are not familiar with a charity, do your research before giving. Research answers to questions like, how much does this charity spend on overhead and on employees? How much actually goes to support the mission? Tip number 3, be wary of social network fundraising. We're all online these days, and unfortunately scammers are too. If you see a solicitation in your news feed, make sure the charity you are donating to is legit. If it is, find out whether you will be charged a fee for donating and what percentage of your donation will go to the social media platform. Tip number 4, don't be pressured by telemarketers. Instead, ask them questions. If you receive a call from a telemarketer, ask for the name of the telemarketing organization, whether it is registered with my office, the Attorney General's office. Ask for the name of the charity benefiting from their solicitation, and how much of your donation will go to charity and how much will go to the telemarketer. Don't fall for pressure tactics or for threats. You have the right to reject their appeal, of course. If you feel pressured or if you feel threatened, you can just hang up and end the call. Tip number 5, be vigilant when donating after natural disasters or tragedies. Fraudsters are unfortunately always seeking to capitalize on people's desire to help, even and sometimes especially during a crisis. Be wary of new charities that are formed overnight. Tip number 6, watch out for similar sounding names, websites, and other deceptive tactics. Fraudulent organizations may use names that closely resemble those of well-established charitable organizations in order to mislead donors. Look out for fraudulent websites that have a slightly different web address. Similar-looking websites are sometimes created by fraudsters to lure in unsuspecting donors. Tip number 7, understand the difference between tax-exempt on the one hand and tax-deductible on the other. Generally, a tax-exempt organization is exempt from paying tax on its income and gifts, but may or may not be able to offer a charitable tax deduction to donors for their contributions. If you're not sure whether your donation is tax-deductible, verify the charity's tax-exempt status by using the tools and the information located on the IRS's website at www.irs.gov. Tip number 8, consider the costs of gifts and of merchandise. Gifts that you receive from a charity in exchange for your donation, they cost money, and generally these expenses are paid from the donated funds, so they dilute the impact of the funds being donated. The value of these goods is not tax deductible, and cost of the merchandise itself can greatly reduce the value of your donation. Finally, tip number 9, protect your identity. Never give your social security number or other personal information in response to a charitable solicitation, and never give out credit card information to an organization unfamiliar to you. These are 9 important tips, and I encourage all Santa Barbara residents to use them when making a contribution this season and beyond. Again, I want to just be absolutely clear, not trying to scare anyone from donating. I want you to donate. I encourage it. It's important for our society to move forward that we look out for one another, help each other, contribute to our nonprofit organizations doing critical work to lift people up. But just be vigilant, be thoughtful, be smart, and follow these tips. My office works every day to protect you from fraud and from deception, and you are our partners in this work. So you need to take it upon yourself to do your own research before giving this holiday season. And if you believe that a charity or a fundraiser has acted in bad faith or is exhibiting bad conduct, please report it immediately to my office at oag.ca.gov/charities/complaints, and we'll take it from there. And for nonprofits that are seeking resources, best practices, and tips to avoid falling victim to scammers and fraudulent practices, please visit my website and avail yourself of our Guide for Charities. Our Guide for Charities by visiting oag.ca.gov/charities. So let me just say thank you to everyone who is donating their time and money this holiday season. I encourage it. I thank you for it. Organizations like Unity Shop need your help. It's critical to their mission I know that they have an important telethon coming up this Saturday, so if you feel the need to give and feel moved to support, I encourage you to do that. The holidays are all about giving, but again, always take the necessary steps to ensure that your donation goes towards its intended purpose.